Yo, what is up everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and as you can tell by the title, I have finally completed one of my biggest goals in Fire Emblem Heroes and like biggest endgame goals, and that is to finish every single Marth to plus 10, all 6 of them currently, and I finally did it. The remix banner gave me all the merges I needed on Legendary Marth, which was the last Marth I needed to complete, and I was so excited to just talk about, my journey, because I've been playing this game since day one, and like, them as units, of course, and how they work and whatnot, and just, I thought I'd just make this video to discuss and just celebrate it, kind of, because this is a big milestone for me. Like I said, it's a big end game goal. I also plus 10'd every single Lind, who's also my other favorite Fire Emblem character, but there's only 2 of her, obviously. But for Marth, I had to get all 6 of them to plus 10 to finally do it, and I did it like a week ago. It's been a while. The remix banner is gone, but I finally just had time to do it now because I've been so busy. So, kind of late, but I thought I'd make this video anyway because, like I said, it's a big milestone, and I'm just really proud of what I've been able to accomplish because, like I said, it's been a big journey, playing since day one, and every Marth is, if you guys know me, I am a huge Marth dedicated fan. I'm a loyalist, and I'm probably the biggest Marth fan you'll see, at least on YouTube, and so, yeah, I can't believe I did it, man. So Legendary Marth finished. His remix and refine was amazing, and he's absolutely insane unit. And then Brave Marth I finished this year because he won CYL. So it's honestly been a great past 2 years for Marth fans. 2020 was amazing. This year is amazing. Not only in Fire Emblem Heroes, but also in Smash, of course. If you guys know me, I play competitive Smash, so he got buffs as well over the past 2 years. He got a figurine, he got a Resplendent, all this stuff. He got CYL, obviously, he got an alt. So it's just been great for Marth fans if you really think about it. And I'm really grateful for all the stuff we've gotten, and, I finally completed my goal. So, yeah, I just thought I'd talk about it and also showcase them in Arena. I'm going to be doing, an Arena run later, so you can skip ahead if you just want to see that. But, yeah, so Marth Emblem is complete. This is not all of them, obviously, but I can only use 4 of them for my Abyssal clears. If you guys didn't know, I do Abyssal clears for Marth Emblem, and I've beaten every single Abyssal so far in the game with them. So that's another thing that I have done. So, yeah, and I'm also trying to do one-turn clears, although some maps I might not be able to one-turn clear with... Well, it's not with Marth Emblem exactly, but it has Brave Marth in them. But so far, the past 2 months, I've been able to one-turn every single map. But some of these maps, I might not be able to one-turn just due to the layout. But I'll still try regardless. I still have 11 days. So this lasts a while. But yeah, so let me just go to rival domains and just show you them there because it's better. Here they are, all 6 of them. All 6 of them are Affinity Stones. And yeah, so... starting with base Marth, of course, a lot of people have him at plus 10. He was one of my first plus 10s, but he wasn't actually my first. My first was Adult Tiki. And I remember like the first year or 2 in FEH, I couldn't get enough copies of him. I was just getting other reds in the pool, and I was getting kind of annoyed because my friends would plus 10 him, and I was like, man, I really wanted to plus 10 my boy. And of course, I finally did get enough copies, and even though he's arguably the worst Marth, hasn't aged all that well, he's still great for Marth Emblem clears because support goes a long way. The plus 2 stats go a long way, and he can of course run joint drives and chills and stuff. Distant guard, he can also kill some people here and there, pick off some dragons. Obviously he's not the strongest in combat, but the Resplendent helps. And even though I don't have the Resplendent on, I have his base form on because I just like his base art a little more. His Resplendent isn't bad, of course, but that's just my preference. So, base Marth, very good support unit, and I pretty much only use him for support. Maybe in Arena Assault sometimes, but for Marth Emblem, he goes a long way with the support. So, he's a pretty good unit for Marth Emblem, at least, So, that is base Marth, of course. And then Young Marth, he was for a period like the best Marth, actually, in combat. And 2020 FEH was amazing when he got the seasonal, the Arcanea seasonal. The Arcanea Children's Seasonal was amazing, and Young Marth was an amazing D-mode unit that a lot of people have plus 10, and of course, I had enough orbs at the time, so I did plus 10 him on the spot, and he's been a really, really good unit, and he's still pretty good. He's not as good as he used to be, but, Rapier is always going to be solid, having the dual effectiveness, Vantage. There's only 2 units in the game that have Rapier, and the builds I have on him, so, of course, the standard Special Spiral build that pretty much everyone has on him for max invested Young Marth, and this build's fun and all, but Over time I stopped using this build because no follow-up is overall better, I think, just to win a lot of the matchups and prevent follow-ups against a lot of units. For example, Bramimond in Aether Raids, I needed to run no follow-up to stop him. Special Spiral can hit hard, but sometimes it won't kill, so no follow-up would just let Young Marth win those matchups. And that's one build I use a lot when I use them in Aether Raids. Now I don't use them as much because I have Brave Marth and Legendary Marth, but you know, when I did use him a lot, he was my core like tank. I also had, what else did I have? A rocker build here. I also have Disencounter Spurn. I don't think it's here, but oh, well, I have Bellringer as well. But Disencounter Spurn also works. I have that on him as well. And then, of course, some other fun builds like Flashing Blade 4 and Times Pulse Gale Force. Also Ninja Katana, which is pretty cool, getting quads and stuff. I don't have a low skill on him. He'd probably benefit from a low skill for this build better. But this is a fun build. And then Fire Sweep Sword as well. I've never really used this. Slaying Edge. So, you know, just a bunch of fun builds overall. But most of the time, I'll be using the Rapier build with no follow-up. And Bellringer, of course, with the extra healing and stuff with Spurn is actually really fun. But I've used this to cheese Abyssal Hell. And I beat it with him. So Bellringer is actually not bad. So that is basically Young Marth. Very self-explanatory unit, of course. And still pretty good. Obviously not the best Marth anymore, but like I said, he's still solid. And then next is Grum Marth. So the only Axe Cavalier, or actually Cavalier of Marth Emblem. And even though he's not the greatest and probably one of the worst Axe Cavs right now, you know, he's still pretty good. He can provide support. I gave him Love Candelabra, Drive Attack, and he can also be a tank. I have the Ninja Masakari build with Gale Force, and this actually is pretty useful for Marth Emblem clears for some of them because, you know, having Gale Force, just having the extra movement is nice, and then extra action because there's no Dancer in Marth Emblem. So, you know, Ninja Masakari, even though his attack is only 47, he can still get it off with the support and stuff from drives and whatnot. Fire Sweep Axe, I use this to beat Abyssal Dimitri because Dimitri is just way too strong and will kill Grum Marth even though Grum Marth is green. So Fire Sweep Axe help a lot. And then, what else do I have? Rocker build, Ponzaloki build, and this is a tank build, just to tank a lot of, you know, blues and stuff. With close defense 3 and low attack defense. I don't have the most premium stuff on them. I do have Sparrow, of course, but I don't even have like a lot of the premium axes or good axes that we have as options as inheritables, like Deck Swabber or Plegian Axe. The reason I haven't even given that to him is because I just haven't had the need to actually give it to him. So, you know, maybe I will someday. I kind of want to give him a solo 4, maybe a trace skill if I ever get it. But that's Grum Marth. He's still pretty solid, and again, he's the only Cavalier of Marth Emblem, so he does have that value. Although some maps I don't have to use him at all because the other Marths are just insane. And then fourth is Winter Marth with his sister Elise. Winter Marth, Dual Marth. And this Christmas alt is very, very wholesome, and I love this alt. When it came out in the Christmas of 2019, it was very unexpected, and I remember at the time I was like, yo, he got another alt. And thankfully I had enough orbs at the time, and I got very lucky getting merges because I had 500 orbs at the time, and I got him to +5 that year. So then I just waited till next year to +10 him, and that also went rather smoothly. I made a summoning video for that if you guys want to check it out. It's pretty old at this point, but, you know, I did finish him last Christmas, and he's amazing, man. Very underrated unit, although, you know, he is a seasonal unit, so he has the seasonal syndrome, but he's amazing. I think he's the best ranged armor, or at least best bow armor, or at least one of the best ranged armors, and the reason is because he's got, you know, his bulk isn't as good as Valentine Faye or Plegian Raphael, but it's still pretty decent, especially if you have Distant Defense 4 and Spendthrift like this build I have. But the speed is what, you know, sets him apart because he's incredibly fast, one of the fastest armor units in the game, and his speed just really helps him, you know, against units that, you know, stop your follow-ups and whatnot, and just getting doubles in the enemy phase or player phase. So, you know, that one advantage that he has is that the speed can help him, and of course it synergizes well with Fire Emblem. I don't have it on him right now, but you know, you get the point. So, and you know, Winter Marth is just a very versatile armor, I'd say, because he can be a nuke and he can also be a tank, of course, with his standard Tangristner build, you know, with Daring Fighter, and he's still, as the making of this video, the only unit with Daring Fighter. So, and I've used him in Arena. He's been a part of my Arena core for the past year or so, and he still is because he still scores 185, which is pretty good still. Although, you know, newer duos and harmonics score higher now, still pretty good, and he's part of my Arena core, even though using armors kind of sucks in Arena, but I still make it work. But the build that I have on him right now is a Spendthrift build with Far Save and Far save is pretty good on him because, you know, it gives him the extra bulk attack, and he can just kill people with the Fire Emblem on the retaliation. And I use him in Aether Raid sometimes as a far save tank, of course. And he does put in a lot of work for me. Again, he's not as bulky as Faye or Raphael, but he still puts in work, and that speed really sets him apart because he's way faster than them. I have some other builds. I have Rucker builds. I have Ponzaloki build, and then this kind of Special Spiral Deadeye spam build. I don't really use this, but the cool thing about this, if I switch this up, is if I give him Candle Wax, you will see the fastest armor you'll ever see. 71 speed with life and death stacking. That is insane. And Candle Wax, of course, has Fury, so 71 speed is insane, and I don't really ever use this build. It's not really a good build. I would never probably use this, but again, it's just, I just did this because I wanted him to reach 71 speed, because he does reach very fast, and he's basically Sonic. And he does have blue hair, so it fits. And then skill set 7 here is the Plegian bow build. Plegian has the solo effect, and his solo is not really good for ranged armors. They can't even get armored stride. But I figured I'd just give this to him because why not? Maybe I can make it work one day. What else do I have? Fishy bow with Wings of Mercy. This is kind of corny, but could work. And then Brave Bow Bold Fighter. And then this build right here I just use for like auto battling stuff like Fortune Bonds. So yeah, that is pretty much the build for Winter Marth. He's amazing. Amazing unit, and I love using him. And yeah, definitely one of my most prized units because he's a seasonal and he's 5-star exclusive. So yeah, so that is Winter Marth, and definitely a great support unit, and he's one of the units here that can take magic the best. And then of course Legendary Marth, who beefed the hell up because his remix and refine was insane. Exalted Falchion is crazy, and the build I have on him right now is, you know, double unity, you know, attack speed unity stacking with his unity effect, times pulse, and then blade session. The other builds I have for arena, of course, are I'll do infantry, which is funny because I got this dual skill from a Pity Break Gazelle that I was getting summoning Brave Marth, so that's cool. It worked perfectly, so I can use him as a fire legendary in arena, and he's still pretty good, even though he's an old unit. He's still pretty good in arena, just having the binding shield, stopping a lot of tanks, and just killing units easily, and scoring pretty well. And then joint hold speed, I want to replace this with joint drive speed one day if I ever get one. But yeah, for now joint hone speed will suffice, I guess. And then AR, I have Disencounter. I don't really use this one, but I just gave it to him because he can definitely be an enemy phase tank with all the stats he can get, but he doesn't have damage reduction. I mean, you can give it to him, but you'll have to forego binding shield too, which is what partially makes him really unique. So I prefer not to take this off, but I haven't even given him a DR skill, but I guess I'd pair him with Flame if I ever use this build. And what else do I have? Ponzaloki build. Okay, of course, bonus doubler, just to stack a bunch of stats. And then what else do I have? Oh, Ninja Katana build, just like Young Marth had. This build's kind of memey. I thought that pairing this with Binding Shield would be kind of cool because they can't counterattack. But honestly, it needs the lull skill to kind of break through tanks. But I guess this is kind of a fun build. Maybe I can get it to work someday in the Abyssal map. But for now, you know, I'm obviously going to be using Unity and just having his default Exalted Falchion refine, which is one of the best refines in the game, honestly. So yeah, so that is pretty much Legendary Marth. He's amazing. I need to get the last flower on him. But right now I'm a little low. I'm almost there though. But one skill I really want on him is attack speed ideal, because it's ideal. So it works perfectly with his weapon because, you know, if he's buffed, then he gets the +4, and then with the ideal, it's even more attack and speed. So that would be really good. I could hope I can get a Louis someday and give it to him. So if I ever do get, or if there's a future unit with attack speed ideal, I would definitely give it to my Marth frame 1 here. So that is Legendary Marth, amazing unit, and definitely one of my core units. My fire core, of course, is for arena. And then lastly, Brave Marth, the newest Marth. What is there to say about Brave Marth? If you don't know about the power of Brave Marth, then you've definitely been sleeping on him because he is insane. He's been, you know, how long has it been since CYL? I've been using him for a couple months now, and he's just a huge care. He makes the game dirt easy, honestly, and it feels like I'm cheating sometimes when I'm using him in arena, any mode, honestly, even Aether Raids. Amazing tank. He does obviously have his weaknesses like panic, but that's pretty much his only weakness, all things considered. And he's just an amazing unit. It's funny because a lot of people would ask me, you know, who's better now, Legendary Marth or Brave Marth? And, you know, it's kind of hard question to answer because they both do different things. Legendary Marth is more tailored towards the player phase, although, again, like I mentioned, he can be good in enemy phase. Player phase is where he really shines, no pun intended. But Brave Marth, he's kind of the opposite, where he's more excelling in the enemy phase because of the healing Genesis Falchion gives, the Vantage effect, and just having all the stats, attack +5, so and more attack stacking with Vantage. So, Brave Marth is more enemy phase, I'd say, and then, Legendary Marth's more player phase, but they can both function in both phases pretty well. So Brave Marth, of course, isn't shabby in the player phase himself, and then Legendary Marth is not shabby in the enemy phase. So they're both amazing units, but if I guess I had to pick between one of them, I'd say Brave Marth is slightly better. But Legendary Marth is insane because he doesn't have to run, Ashira if he wants to counter Panic. So like he's basically immune to that. But of course he doesn't have damage reduction naturally, and distant I'm gonna say distant pressure. Brave Marth has distant pressure right off the bat, and then of course he comes with Spurn, and he has no follow up on his weapon. So having no follow up and Spurn at the same time really sets him apart. I mean, other units can do it, but just with all the stuff that Brave Marth has is really, really amazing. And in my opinion, he's like, I mean, this might be controversial to some, but I think he's the best sword infantry unit in the game. At least top 3 for sure, paired with Legendary Marth and then like Brave Walm or something. So yeah, that is Brave Marth, and I do also have the Unity on him in case I want to stop getting debuffed here. But I also have a solo build, Gale Force. This build's kind of hard to use because you do have to get buffs still, of course, to get the no follow-up and the other effects, but it's mostly player phase, so it's easy to get the no follow-up effect. I've tried to use this build in Aether Raids, not too much success yet, but it's definitely an option because, like I said, he can work in the player phase. So yeah, that's an option. Null Sea Disrupt, I've used this to stop cav lines and whatnot, definitely, and pairing this with Flame is really cool. And then, of course, Arena build, even though Time Pulse isn't the highest scoring, it's pretty much the best skill I have on him right now for scoring. At least the best skill that I want to give up because there's just so much good fodder in this game. But yeah, it's served me well for the arena purpose for sure. And again, I've used him in every single mode, and he feels like it's just a cheat code with Brave Marth. Okay, I actually forgot to talk about a couple things. One of them is how I +10, exactly how I +10 Brave Marth and Legendary Marth. So everyone else I saved orbs for and didn't really spend money for, but these two I had to spend money for, unfortunately. Now, you might think, oh, you were a whale, but I'm not a whale at all. I have spent on this game a good amount, but nothing to the point where I'd say I'm a whale. So how it worked was Legendary Marth, I got him to +7. I made a summoning video for that, but I decided to scrap it because I got busy and I just felt like my commentary wasn't the best for that video. So I scrapped it, so I didn't post it, unfortunately. But I did +10 him off screen. So in the video that I didn't post, I got him to +7, and I started with 800 saved orbs to get him, to +7 on the remix. And then from that point, a couple days passed, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait till May, because that's when he returns again. So I was like, I don't want to wait till May. That's next year. I might as well just risk it for the biscuit and see what happens. So I spent 2 packs to get, orbs again, and then I spent those packs, and I got 3 Marths. I got very lucky, so I'm very fortunate. It did not cost me an arm or a leg. I ended up only getting 1 extra Ike, which is amazing. So I definitely could have gotten a lot more Ikes. So I'm grateful for that. And again, it didn't cost me arm or leg, so it didn't cost me much. And then for Brave Marth, it cost me a little more, but it wasn't something super crazy. I did make a summoning video for that, and I did get him to +7, but then off screen I spent money and got orbs. So that's just how it is. I'm just being honest. I do spend money in this game, but nothing to the point where it's whale territory. And I only spend money for my absolute favorites. So obviously, Marth's my boy. So that's basically it. And another thing I want to talk about before we head into Arena is that the pros and cons of Marth Emblem and, the Marfinity Gauntlet. So as a person who obviously has experience with it, I just like to talk about the pros and cons. So the pros, obviously, they're all really strong, and they can all support each other really well in combat. Far save, Winter Marth, of course, and Shining Emblem to buff everybody and just activate all the stuff. They all work together really well offensively and defensively. And then another pro is obviously Brave Marth and Legendary Marth are absolutely cracked, and they're obviously the 2 strongest ones out of the Marth squad, no doubt. And they're so strong to the point where they almost have an answer to anything. Like you have an answer to Panic, you have an answer to people who can counterattack, you just stop their counterattack, you have Vantage, you have healing, all this stuff, all these effects. Genesis Falchion having -1 cooldown was amazing because he's the only Marth that has -1 cooldown. So now with that, you can have Shining Emblem with Times Pulse immediately pre-charged, which is amazing. They're just absolutely cracked. These 2 are the strongest ones for sure, and they're like the leaders essentially. So yeah, with them, I pretty much have an answer to almost anything in the game, I'd say. Like, a solution to almost anything. Like, I'm not even joking. These two can take out ridiculous. They're just ridiculous, man. So that's the two pros, I guess. The two big obvious pros. And then the cons, also obvious. The fact that there's no Blue Marth, which is unfortunate because I always wish there was a Blue Marth, especially a Mage Marth. You know, maybe Starlight Tome Marth from the Arcanine games. That would have been really cool, but I wanted that for Brave Marth, but fortunately we didn't get it. And I've been grown to love this Sword Infantry Marth, even though most of the Marths are Sword Infantry units. But yeah, Mage Marth kind of sucks. I wish we did have a Mage Marth or Lance Marth even. A Blue Marth would be really nice to just cover the last color that we don't have. So that's a con. And then the other con is that Winter Marth's dual skill, which is bonus doubler, does not affect anybody on Marth Emblem except for himself. So that's really unfortunate and kind of shitty. I wish the bonus doubler affected everybody. It only affects flying and armored allies, so it only affects himself, which it actually has come in clutch sometimes in arena where I needed to get extra power to kill something or tank something. But I do wish it affected a cavalry unit or at least the infantry units. Well, at the time, I guess they didn't want to buff infantry units, but still, I wish the restriction didn't exist. Would have been really nice for Marth Emblem. So kind of screwed that the dual skill that he has doesn't affect Marth Emblem, but what can you do? So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I think I might have missed a few things talking about these guys, but honestly, I could talk about them all day. These guys, these are my boys, and yeah, I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of what I've been able to do. So that is, me rambling about every single Marfinity stone. So if you listen to all that, props to you. So now I will hop into arena and see what happens. So for arena, I actually pulled Thorr. So on her current mythic banner, I got very lucky and I pulled 2 Thorrs, 1 plus attack minus speed, which is like perfect IVs for a one-off copy. I could merge the other one into this one and get 180 BSD, but I want to save one for Flow Guard because that's a really good skill. And honestly, 1 copy of Thorr is good enough for me because she is a support unit. Obviously, she can be really strong herself, but World Breaker is just great, plus 10 or not. So yeah, so Thorr is going to be fun to use. I do have Atri as well, who would, in theory, be better, I guess, for using an arena because it would also give me more stats with the fire because she's a fire legendary. But I want to use Thorr because I think she's more fun to use and she's more interesting of a unit to me, in my opinion. So yeah, so just going over my arena core. So the build I have for Winter Marth that I use, at least for this run, is this build. So far save, except it doesn't have Spendthrift. So the reason I'm not running Spendthrift, of course, is to run Tangristner because that's his PRF weapon. And I need that for the max scoring. And it's actually interesting that since Tangristner is a PRF weapon, Winter Marth might get a refine like a year or 2 from now, which is actually crazy to think about because this weapon's still pretty good. It's not as amazing as if it would, if he came out today, it would be a lot better, but it's still pretty good. It gives him the +1 charge and it synergizes really well with Daring Fighter and his Fire Emblem special. So it's not a bad weapon at all. So I'm interested to see if he does get a refine for this, a year or 2 from now, what it would be. So I'm pretty excited for that as well. But yeah, so I have to use this for arena. It's not as good as Spendthrift, obviously, for tanking, but it does give me +3 to everything, so that's still pretty good. And the special charges, even though that's kind of wasted because Thorr has World Breaker for this team. And the Special Fighter also gives me the charges, but Special Fighter gives me the guard effect, so at least there's that, so it's not completely wasted. And of course, Far Save doesn't defense 4, because I just need all the defense I can get, because I'm not as bulky as Faye, but of course I'm much faster than them. So that is the tank build that I'm going to be using for this run. And then of course the Fire Legendary Hero, the Hero King himself, Marth, insane. Rally up speed, Shining Emblem, everything, Ardent Infantry 4. I mentioned earlier I do want Joint Tribe Speed, but Joint Hone Speed will do. And then normally if I don't have Thorr on the team, before, when I've used them in Arena, I had to run Flashing Blade if I wanted to proc Shining Emblem on my second hit. But because Thorr is here giving me those special charges, I don't have to run Flashing Blade, so I can just run Blade Sessions. So that's really cool. And then Thorr, of course, you guys saw her. I got rid of Bonfire for Luna because I feel like, Bonfire is really strong, but Luna, I feel like might be better for just piercing through those tanks. So gonna try Luna out. And then of course Brave Marth. Times Pulse isn't a 300 SP slot C skill, so it's not the maximum for scoring, but this is pretty much the best I have on him right now for the moment. It's still good enough. I take Arena seriously, but not super seriously. I only have 19 crowns, I believe. Yeah, 19 Arena crowns like lifetime, and I've been playing this game since day 1. So that goes to show I don't take Arena that seriously, like super duper seriously. I'm not feeding for tier 21 every single week, but I'm in tier 19.5 for most weeks, and sometimes I do get into tier 21. So maybe I can get it this week. I already did a run. I can't even talk. So right now I have a 680 out of 1380, which is not bad. Actually better than I thought. I have a lot of defense wins right now. That's pretty cool. But we'll see. Maybe I could beat my score with this run, but this is a casual kind of run, just a showcase of Marth, 3/4 of Marth Emblem in Arena, and just kind of using Thorr because she's a lot of fun to use. So, you know, why not showcase them in action? So let's do this and see what I can get. So again, this is kind of a casual, but also not so casual run. Let me see if I can get some high 750s. Okay, 756. All right, they have Legend Alina, which I'm scared of. Fire Season with her is crazy. She's definitely a threat and definitely one of the best legendary heroes. All right, should I beat this guy Gate Creeper? All right, we're gonna try Gate Creeper. Show me what you got. Okay, he's got a +10 Marcia, who I also want a +10. And shout out to Marcia because she's drawn by Kipu, which is also the same artist as original Lind, so that's cool. Okay, Lilina. Okay, this is +5, not +10, but it does have low attack res. Okay, so this is definitely not a Lilina I want to tank. Winter Marth is bulky, but I don't think he's going to be able to tank that. Legendary Celica, Sturdy Impact, and then Astrum. Okay, shout out to Astrum. I +10 him as well. A long time ago. I don't use him anymore, but he used to be part of my arena core. But yeah, so that's cool using Astrum. All right, so let's see how we go about this. So definitely I want to try and bait out Lilina with Lol, because the Lol stops all my buffs. I definitely probably won't be able to tank a Studied 4-Blaze Gifted Magic. Maybe I could, but I don't trust it, man. All right, so let me, okay, so I'm just gonna like this. And hopefully Lilina will get in range. This could be hard. Okay, she's not in range yet. She will be soon, though.
Shall we, Marth?
Okay. Just gotta be careful. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, Marth tanks it easily. Okay, I underestimated Marth, or I overestimated Lilina, I guess. I tanked that really easily. Great. And gone. That wasn't even a far save either. I don't think. Could be. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the animation. It was quick, but yeah. All right. So Lilina was done really easily. I guess if she had life and death, it would have done more, because obviously that the higher your attack stat, the more the AoE damage does. So attack res solo isn't really that optimal. And I don't think she was even in solo range. So that might have been part of the reason I survived. But still, impressive Marth survived. So that's cool. So now we should be able to win this. Celica's here though. Okay, so gonna have to be careful. So I can't just pop Thorr here because she might die to Celica. So we're just gonna back up. Just gonna back up. All right, see what they do. All right, there's Celica. I'm gonna, okay, so Marcia, this is what? Slaying Lance build, Gale Force, and Shirred Sparrow. That's pretty dope. Guard Bearing and Attack Speed Menace. Okay, so because you have the Menace, but the problem is I need Thorr to get a kill because, you know, she's the bonus unit. Oh, there you go. Easy. So I'll just place Thorr here because Celica can't reach me. Thorr should easily be able to take out Marcia. And then we'll just back up. Even though I won't be able to get the solo, it's fine. Should be good enough. Yeah. Thor's just a great, you know, hybrid unit of being a support unit and a great unit herself in combat. So there we go. That should be easy. I can just repo. So she got her kill, so I can just repo Legendary Marth and just destroy Celica right here. No problem. Look at those stats. I mean, +20, I guess that's nothing super crazy, but I've gotten him up to +82. And that's not even the highest. You could probably get him to +100, honestly. Legendary Marth with his in-combat stats. It's absolutely insane. I remember reading a comment of how insane his remix is, because like he can get in-combat stats that are higher than some unit stat spreads. Like, do you understand that? That's really funny. I know Fallen Ike did it before, but the fact Marth can do it with his, you know, Chaos Falchion essentially is really crazy. So I'm really grateful for that refine. Okay, Golden Gauntlet's going on, so I'll be doing those quests, so ignore those. Okay, Putz with 752 Ninja Lin. I don't know if I want to tank Ninja Lin, bro. Ninja Lin's annoying. I'm sure Winter Marth can tank it though. Okay, this is 748. I want 750s at least. Yeah, 750. Okay, I'll take this. Hester. Surtur is one of the only Book 2 characters left to get a refine, so I'll be interested to see what he gets. And see if he'll rise back up. Okay, someone has Atri. Atri should be no problem. Legendary Marth will be able to tank her. He has no follow-up, and it will just say screw you to her follow-up. So it should be no issue. I just have to make sure Marth doesn't far save because I don't want Marth taking that hit. So World Breaker doesn't really matter in this situation because his Shining Emblem was already charged up. But yeah, it should be good. Alright, see. Yep. The Gremlin doesn't even do that much. 16 damage. It's going to be reduced. It's going to do 10. Weakling. Catch this real quick. Boom. Shining Emblem. Also, I forgot to mention one other build that I use for Marth sometimes is a Special Spiral. I don't think I have it as a skill set when I was going over it, but Special Spiral is pretty fun because you can just loop it. And then with advantage in his weapon, you know, you can just spam Shining Emblems, which will hit really hard. So, you know, very reminiscent of his young version. So that's also an option you can do. All right, so, okay, Far Save Brave Vector, of course. And then, okay, Bracing Stance, interesting. Okay, so how am I going to deal with this? All right, so the fact that Surtur has Armor March, that should be no problem. So I will just move up here. And then Thorr should be able to tank. I mean, look, even with Binding Shield buffs, I can't do anything to him. So there's no point in doing that. So I will just, yeah, just plank Thorr here. Oh, actually, that's a mistake because, well, I guess I can't really get out. I don't know. Could I move that better? Because he's going to have the Armor March buff. So he's definitely going to attack one of the Marths and not Thorr. But I guess Brave Marth does more damage. Let's try that. Oh, he did go for Thorr. Hector, what are you doing? I don't know why he went for her, but I'll take the kill. That's the bonus kill right there. Really odd the AI didn't just attack Marth. I thought that'd be a better matchup for him because he is blue compared to my red, but I guess Brave Marth is that good, right? Alright, so even with Binding Shield, still can't take him out because he is still pretty bulky. See, right here, would be really... If this bonus doubler affected infantry units, then we'd be GG, just kill him immediately, but fortunately that's not the case, so I will just... Yeah, I'll just let Legendary Marth do it. Because he is my newest +10 to the Marth squad, so I might as well use him. Alright, Sinmara is going to do damage, but he's going to do 0. You're dead. Dancing Blade, Downward Swing, GG's. And then Legendary Roy, so this person has a max invested one. It'll be interesting to see what Roy's remix or final will be because, you know, he came out pretty shortly after Legendary Marth. Like, they're relatively close in release date, and they're both Fire Legendary heroes. They're both Dragon Killers, so I'll be interested to see what his final will be. He definitely has steep competition because Legendary Marth absolutely cracked. So, all right, that's the second win of this arena run. And then third win, okay, 748, not high enough as I like. Can we get some higher scores, please? 746, okay, we're getting lower. Come on. Come on. I mean, I have a million of these. Okay, this one's 754. Someone on Discord, Bloom, with 145 crowns. Holy crap. They definitely play arena a lot. And they have a +10 Carla. That's dope. Carla definitely one of the better sword infantries, but not the best. You're not Brave Marth. But yeah, Carla's dope. I like Carla a lot. They have +10 Legendary Quarren. Kaze, who got a refine recently. His refine's pretty decent. And then, alright, so thank goodness this isn't a save Hector. Near save would have been annoying for this team. Alright, so yeah. Should be able to win this one. Legendary Quarren is always a solid win legendary unit. I really like Legendary Quarren. Top tier art, top tier fodder. And the Gaining Fang, she's a really fun unit to use. I have a copy of her. And the fact that the Gaining Fang doesn't, you know, get stopped by lethality and, you know, Deadeye, skills like that is really awesome. So shout out to Legendary Quarren. Alright, so Carla's here. Okay, so Kaze's here. So, I mean, honestly, I want to show the power of Far Save Marth. He hasn't got any action yet so far in this run. But I can't reach him, he's too far away, and I can't repo. I mean, Thorr can, but I can't get any of the Marths at the Far Save range. Okay, well, just wait a turn. Yeah, we'll just go down here. And then do something like this. Okay, Carla's too scared to attack. She definitely does not outspeed me for the wind sweep. Okay, so Kaze, you can just get baited and die to Marth's, Winter Marth here. Alright, should be good. There we go. He does 3 damage, and then he will die to Fireball. Oh, I didn't even need it, but sorry, Kaze. All right, and then Carla and Corin. So Marth should have no problem here. He just destroys Carla right here. You're fast, but you're not that fast. And I'll just have Thorr kill Brave Hector, so it works out.
This way, Elise.
Yep.
I seek a foe.
Okay. Yep, 6 damage, and you're gone.
To the end.
Catch this Shining Emblem. Negating Fang, it doesn't save you. You're still dead. Alright, and then now Brave Hector's just left, so that should be GG no re. The bonus double does affect Thorr, though, so that's, you know, in case that I need to use it, I definitely have that as an option. But I don't. Thorr is just going to be able to destroy Hector, even though, you know, he's not weak to armor weapons like her weapon. You know, she does have the triangle advantage, so I think Thorr should be able to take out Brave Hector most of the time. So yeah, that is what was that the 3rd match. GG's Bloom. Okay, yep, 2 more to go. Yeah, this team is a lot of fun to use. Okay, this person, a nickname, 172 crowns. Okay, so I'm kind of scared of Regan because Kanto is annoying. And Regan's obviously really, really good. So should I take this match? Yeah, we're not scared. We're going to do it. I think I've seen this person on the leaderboards a lot. They're definitely a whale, I think. Okay, they have Legendary Sigurd. Okay, this is annoying. All right, I know he's not as threatening, like he's not as cheese as he is in Ether Raids, but he's still a menace. Legendary Sigurd's crazy. All right, so how do we go about this? So he does have Plumeria as well. I always find it cool when people use mythic heroes in Arena, because definitely some of them are really good, like Plumeria. Okay, so Sigurd, he can reach here. If I can somehow get Brave Marth over there, should be fine. Yeah, I think Brave Marth should be able to tank it. Actually, I don't know, because the Holy Aura will trigger because he does have Quick and Pulse. Yeah, that's the thing. But, you know, if Atri attacks, then Vantage will be in effect, and then I should be able to kill Atri, right? Then Regan... Will Regan be able to reach me? And then Plumeria is there. That's the problem. Regan might be able to still attack me. So I might die. I honestly might die depending on how the AI reacts, but we're gonna try it. So plant Brave Marth here, and then just hope for the best, honestly. But if we lose this, we do have the retreat option. So Sigurd is going to attack me. There we go. Okay, yeah, Holy Night Aura is still gonna hurt. I should live it though. Yep, I live it. Thank you, Spurn, and then Shining Emblem should kill Sigurd. Yep, nice. And then Atri will attack me. I have Vantage. I have my Shining Emblem procced. If I did not have Shining Emblem procced, I would have died right there, probably. Alright, yeah, it worked out. Great.
Yes?
Okay, well, I need Thorr to get the kill, so this is the tricky part. So Sather Shell is going to... how much damage is it going to do, really? I don't want Thorr taking a hit from Regan, obviously. This is a max invested Regan with double Swift Sparrow. I can obviously kill Regan right now, but I don't want Plumeria to kill me and then end the match because I do want the bonus kill. All right.
Shall we, Marth?
Yeah, we're gonna do this right here. Repo out, and then can Thorr kill? Oh, she can kill. Nice. Sather Shell. How much is it gonna do? Good amount. 39, but it's not enough, girl. Let's go. Bring me Thanos, Thorr. I love Thorr, dude. And then, yeah, Marth can just far save. We can just see far save in action once again. Yep. Far save skills are so good, man, but they're also really annoying to fight. But if you have them, they're really fun. All right, so that was the 4th match, and then we have one more to go, I think. Yep, one more to go, and hopefully we don't have to use any tactical retreats. Okay, this guy's a pigeon, 748. Let's get some higher ones. Okay, we're still 748. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of crests, and honestly, I don't remember how I got so many crests. I mean, yeah, I don't play arena that much, but I do fish for a lot of scores, so it's kind of crazy I have 1,000. So I'm definitely not running out of anytime soon. So we'll just go with this one, 752. Okay, this might have been a mistake because this is the actual optimal arena for the gifted magic and the life and death, double life and death with fatal smoke and the far trade skill. Okay, this is kind of scary. All right, so yeah, I don't think this arena. Okay, so the first arena we fought in the first match, I believe, had solo 4, and it wasn't even plus 10. But this one is plus 10 with life and death maxed out. So I don't think Winter Marth is going to be able to tank this one. And then Sigurd is here to dance, and he has Wom, of course. And then plus 10 Chris. Shoutouts to Chris. All right. Okay, so I don't have a good feeling about this match, but we'll try, of course. I guess if anyone would have a chance to survive, it would be Brave Marth maybe because, you know, Spurn, but the AoE damage is still going to hit hard.
Yes.
Okay, so...
What's my move?
Shall we, Marth?
Alright. Okay, Sigurd will attack Thorr, but how much is that going to do against Thorr? Oh no, Sigurd won't attack Thorr because I have far save. Yeah. So we can get rid of Sigurd for sure. Yeah, that works out. That works fine. So Chris will attack Thorr and die, and then far save will save Thorr from Sigurd. So that works out. Catch this Fire Emblem special. Beautiful. Alright. Okay, Chris didn't actually attack me. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. Okay, Lena's right here. Okay, I gotta bait her out. See, that damn trace skill, man. Making it annoying. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna have to pray that she doesn't use her freaking trace skill. Okay, she did that time, but now she can't even reach us. Perfect. And now, yeah, Chris can die. I mean, Thorr already got the... Did Thorr get a bonus kill yet? No, didn't, because far save. What am I talking about? So, this is the kill for Thorr here. I'm sorry, Chris. The avatar that definitely should have got a summer alt because it was the only avatar that hasn't gotten one in FEH. That kind of made me sad. But Summer Sheeta did get one. So it was still it's still a W in Arcanea. Alright, so these two are just left. Alright. Should be no problem. So I don't want Winter Marth tanking it. I don't trust him with all the debuffs going on and then Divine Recreation. So definitely another job for Brave Marth. And he does have the triangle advantage, so it should be no problem. And then Lilina should be easy pickings. Gremlin, you have no match to... Man, the book 5 ending was hilarious, man. She was just talking shit for 3 minutes. A-Tree. Okay, and then Lilina, we're just gonna have to wait for her to get over here. And then that should be it. There she is. I kind of want Legendary Marth to get the kill, but oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Dang it, I kind of do wish Legendary Marth can kill because I want to show that, you know, World Breaker will let me try and get him off. But you guys get the point. World Breaker is a really, really good skill. And I can't wait to use her in Ether Raids for sure. So, goodbye, Lilina. Shining Emblem, gone. 95 damage. And that is pretty much the run, guys. The casual / also not casual run. I mean, obviously it's not maximized with the skills completely, but I just wanted to showcase Thorr and the Marths in action. So I actually beat my high score. So earlier it was 3,810. Now it's 3,828. So this might make me actually go to tier 21. So that's dope. We'll have to see a couple more days in the season. But yeah, I might be able to make it actually. So yeah, that is my arena run, kind of showcase run of the Marths. And if you want to see more of them in action, here's the login because the reset passed. But if you want to see more of them in action, you can watch all my Marth Emblem clears and my one-turn clears that I've been doing as of late. So yeah, I'd appreciate if you watch them and support them as the biggest Marth fan and most dedicated Marth fan you'll probably ever see. That's my my pitch, my sales pitch. But yeah, so that is my video, guys. Thank you if you watched this entire thing. you know, shout outs to you. I love you if you did watch this entire thing. Just me nerding out and talking about, you know, my favorite Fire Emblem character and getting him to +10 and completing the gauntlet. So, yeah, I guess you can call me the Marth Titan, not the Mad Titan, but I gotta stop with the Thanos jokes. But yeah, so that is the Marfinity Gauntlet, and I also have the Lind Gauntlet as well, plus these two, but it's just 2 of them. But yeah, the Marth Emblem is complete, all 6 of them, and I hope, you know, if you're a character enthusiast like myself and you are trying to +10 all your favorite characters, you can do it. I did spend money, obviously. If you're a free-to-play player, then obviously it's harder, but, you know, you can do it. You just have to save diligently. For me, even though I did spend, like I said, it was a lot of saving over months and just being patient and having the iron will to just save orbs to maximize my chances to get them and get my favorites maxed out. And it obviously paid off because I was able to do it. So if you're trying to do it like me, you know, even if I've seen some other people that are trying to finish their Marths like I have, you can do it. You know, like I said, you just have to be diligent and stay prioritized on the goal, because, you know, you can get baited a lot in this game, and I've definitely got baited too. But, you know, it should all work out in the end, maximizing your chances. And yeah, so, you know, I do play Fire Emblem Heroes for my favorites, and, you know, I wouldn't play this game if I didn't have my favorite characters. So, you know, that's part of the beauty of this game, is that you can give all your favorites all the love, and even if they're old units, you can still give them strong stuff and make them work. So, and I feel like, you know, my work with Marth Emblem is a testament to that. So yeah, that's my video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, listening to me ramble. You know, good luck on your summons if you're trying to maximize your character emblem and your character empire, your character gauntlet. So yeah, that is my video, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. If you enjoyed this video, you know, leave it a like, subscribe. I do post a lot of face stuff, competitive Smash stuff with Marth, of course, and just, you know, a lot of stuff in Marth in general. So yeah, that is the video, guys. Please stay safe out there, and peace out.